Good morning. Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210 District Court criminal docket for October 18th, 2022. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Marufo, would you call our next case, please?
Yes, Judge. Bottom of page 11, Judge. In cause number 2020-0D04747, State of Texas versus Luis Christopher Quinn. Announcement of counsel, please.
Samantha Bragg on behalf of the state. State's ready, Your Honor.
Joe Rosales here on behalf of Mr. Quinn, and I'm ready as well.
Is that Mr. Quinn? Is that you? Are you, let me see.
That's him.
That's him, Mr. Rosales? It says
Yes,
Luis. Okay.
it is.
All right, thank you. And so for purposes of the record, Mr. Quinn is appearing remotely as well. We're scheduled for a probation status hearing. I thought I had looked this up. Did we have a jail commitment that he completed and then we were just going to then re-review, or I haven't mixed up?
I think that's right, and I think that I talked to Ms. Rago about it. They want to put him in the domestic violence caseload. I'm not exactly sure what that entails, to be honest, but I think it does require some additional reporting requirements. I've spoken with him about it, and he's okay with that.
Okay, I do have the report here. I think I remember because we went through a pretty extensive hearing before we went on the jail commitment. So let me just, might be allowed to purchase it. Yes, and he's already been screened, Mr. Rosales. I don't know what, if anything, we have coming out of New Mexico, but for my purposes now with that ACOP time, let's go ahead and modify him to the DV caseload and see where we go from here. When does he expire, Carla?
We have him until November 15, 2023, Judge, another year.
Okay.
I guess just for my own edification, can you tell me what the DV caseload does that's different than regular probation? I don't know, honestly.
Carla?
A specialized program, Mr. Rosales. Yes, he will be reporting more often. He will be required to they focus, make sure that he completes his bid counseling, other further treatment if needed. And the reporting is twice a month versus a monthly reporting. It can maybe increase by having to report more often to his probation officer, but
Depending on his performance, I guess.
yes.
Let's
Okay,
see what
all right.
Mr. Rosales, let's see what they give him in terms of this new modified probation. And, you know, he's only on for, I mean, total 2 years, November of next year. You know, if we have some good compliance, then, you know, we may want to revisit this case. So maybe you can encourage your client to, you know, let's get on the ball here. I think the reason I said that is because I think didn't he want to go back to New Mexico?
I don't know that he does. My conversation with him last was more around the line of the place he was staying at is no longer a place he's going to want to stay anymore. So that's why he came home. I think he's good here. So I don't see a problem.
So this might all be for the best, Mr. Quinn. I would just encourage you, please comply with your terms of probation, whatever those new terms are going to be. And, you know, maybe, you know, it not only have a personal benefit for you, but then we could probably look at the length of probation as well if we see some good compliance. So
There we go.
with that,
Yes, Your
I'm not gonna schedule anything else other than have the modifications turned in and we're good to go. Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Rosales.
Honor,
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Monday, Carla.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I wanted I failed to, as far as the treatment goes, I believe Mr. Quinn is already going through the VA and that's where he's being referred to attend services. I just wanted to make that clarification because he was referred there. And just really quick, as far as last hearing, we mentioned that if he completed the ACOP, he would consider the dismissal of the MTR that's been filed.
That's exactly right. So if we have an outstanding motion, let's go ahead and have that one dismissed. If we need to make, I don't know if we need to make any modification or clarification regarding that treatment. The substance use, I think, was also an issue. So as being part of his conditions of probation, we just want to make sure you're on track, Mr. Quinn. Okay. So
Yes, Your Honor.
we'll
Thank
go
you,
from
Judge.
there. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Carla. I appreciate it.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye, Mr.
Bye-bye. Next.
Top of page 12, Judge.
Uh-huh.
In cause number 2021-0D00286, State of Texas versus Juan Carlos Ramos Aguilera. Announcement of council, please.
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. State's ready, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mario Ortiz holding behalf of Mr. Aguilera.
Okay, and we're set for a status conference today. Let me pull this one up. Is this the one where we had it set to go for a plea, but the client was not, there were some issues, I guess, trying to get him over here? How are we doing, Mr. Ortiz?
Judge, we're what I'm trying to do is to help expedite the process is I'm trying to confirm with the constables the exact fees to get him over, because he'll have to come in twice, in particular, once for the date of plea, and then he'll have to come in once the documents are filed in order for him to register with PD. And so I'm trying to get, number one, an estimated time, how long he'll be at PD for those registration purposes, so I can verify the fees for the constables, so we can have that prepared for the court, because as I stated last time, I don't want him coming in and then him having to come back, and that's not squared away, and then we have that problem.
So have we not made any progress there? I thought that's where we were last time, is that we knew we were going to have an additional day, and that was back on the 20th of September. So we've been out 30 days. Do we not have that information yet?
The issue is going to be how long PD, getting an answer about that is a little bit difficult to get an idea of how long we'll have to have him there for that particular date. I was guesstimated 4 hours to 5 hours, but I need to try to get as much clarity about that as possible, because the constables will need that too.
So I'm going to reset this for a status conference on November 1st. But I mean, I really think that we should be able to have that information, because ultimately then we're going to need to find out when we're going to do it, right? Because that just because we set it for November 1st doesn't mean we're going to be able to do the plea then. So please, Mr. Ortiz, if you could try and work on that. We're going to be now 45 days out from when we should have had our plea. So just keep the court apprised, please. And if not, we'll see you on November 1st. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Who's next?
Bottom of page 10, Judge. In cause number 2020-0D06119 and 2021-0D00743, State of Texas versus Kyla Mendiola. Announcement of council, please.
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. State's ready, Your Honor.
It looks like Mr. Olivas froze. Mr. Olivas. Okay, I see other people moving. Okay, so it's me. I'm going to remove him. Maybe we can go. Ms. Mendiola, just hold on a second. Do we have another case queued up?
Yes, Judge. Let me. On page 4, Judge. Middle of page 4.
Okay, who is it?
In cause number 2022-0D00358 and 2022-0D00481, State of Texas versus Sergio Quesada. Announcement of council, please.
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. State's ready, Your Honor.
And running pages for Mr. Sergio Quesada, ready as well. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Is he here?
No, Judge, he's not here. This is one that I've been telling the court for quite some time that he just does not communicate with us. We were able to talk to him last week. He assured us that he would log in and check in with the bailiff on Monday. And then I received an email from Mr. Marufo that he did not check in. I did text him this morning, the Zoom link again, no response. So it's just been ongoing. He does check in with PR. So he's good about that, Judge, but he just does not check in with the court.
Ms. Pages, did you have an outstanding motion to withdraw? Had you filed one? I know there's been a few clients that you've had like this.
No, Judge, I don't think so.
Are you planning to file one?
No, Judge.
Okay, well, for my purposes, his failure to appear to court, I don't know. I'll have to ask Mr. Marufo to go back and look at previous appearances. I'm looking at, Let me just pull this up. Yeah, see, they had him compliant, but he's not showing up to court. He's not here today. So we're gonna go ahead and pull his bond. I think he's only on PR bond on one of them. Is that right? On the 0481? Mr.
I
Rodolfo, have you
believe
had-
so, Judge, and I think he made a cash bond on the other case. So I believe so. Yes, Judge. That's what I
I'm
think.
showing on 0358, Myrna, do you see it? Lone Star Bail Bonds, is that right? Or maybe Marissa, you can chime in there.
I'm looking up the bonding company, but it is not a PR, it's a straight surety, so I'm trying to see.
Okay, Myrna, so if we could, Myrna, if you could please contact a bonding company and see when the last time they had contact with him. And then also call PR and tell him to send me a violation notice for his non-appearance. Confirm with Mr. Marufo, I guess, if he's failed to appear when he was required to do so. Okay,
Yes.
Monday.
On the 0358, he does have Lone Star bill bond, so we'll call him. And
Okay. All righty. Well, we have, in the event we get him, we have future settings, correct? Yeah, we do.
Yes, Judge, and then both of the cases are tracking now. It's just a matter of getting him to court, Judge, that.
Okay.
And I think he does check in with his bonding company as well, and his PR. It's just checking in with the court that we're having a hard time.
Okay. Yeah, and then I guess, I mean, I gotta think there's issues. I mean, you guys are not always able to get him, right? That's part of the holdup here.
Correct, Judge.
Okay.
I mean, aside from having to go knock on their door and physically bring them, but other than that, no, Judge.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Pages.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good one.
You too. We can go back to Mr. Olivas and Ms. Mendiola. Mr. Olivas, you froze up right when it was your time.
Yeah, Judge, I'm having issues with it. It's freezing. I get kicked out, I get paid counsel.
You know, if you need to, you can turn off your video. Sometimes that helps the feed if it's
Okay.
like an internet thing. I don't have a problem with that. What page is
All
she
right,
on, Rodolfo?
Page 10, Judge,
Okay,
bottom of page 10.
all right. And I see Miss Mendiola. Okay, let's go.
In cause number 2022 0D06119 and 2021 0D00743, State of Texas versus Kyla Mendiola. Announcement of council, please.
Samantha Rugg on behalf of the state attorney, Your Honor.
Jesus Olivas on behalf of Ms. Mendiola.
Thank you. And Ms. Mendiola is appearing remotely as well. I think this was a reset because I don't know if Mr. Olivas had received the order appointing yet, but we have two probation status hearings. Let me first start with Ms. Rago. Are we supposed to have some new cases? I haven't pulled up her report yet.
Let me see. There was a possession of marijuana less than 2 ounces, and then marijuana less than 4
Mine was show that
ounces.
she has a PFAL case pending, Judge.
Okay.
22 0D6119.
Okay, so we have a new cause number. 6119. Is that right? Let's see.
No, Judge, 6119 is her probation case. The P files are
Mhm.
2022 P file 07035, which is the delivery of marijuana under a 1/4 ounce. And 2022 P file 07036, which is the possession of marijuana under 2 ounces. They're
So we
still in P file status.
Yeah, we still don't have the new cases. Okay, let me go back. Thank you, Marissa. Let me go back to the report. Mr. Olivas, have you had a chance to talk to Ms. Mendiola? Did we lose him again?
I think
Yeah,
so.
we lost him again. All right, let's go on to the next case. I have a feeling we're not going to get him and we may have to change this to an in-person next week. We'll see.
On page 12, Judge,
Mhm.
let me identify the iPhone user. That might be his client.
We can get off of YouTube.